You may not realize it, but some things you eat and drink regularly could be affecting your liver health. In today's video, let's learn about some of the most common foods that can damage your liver, including the ones that we think are healthy. Without any further delay, let's begin. Number 1. Soy protein. Soy protein is mainly obtained from soybeans and often comes in protein bars or powdered protein. Soy itself isn't bad for the liver, but one thing it contains is isoflavones, which are phytoestrogens and have a chemical structure similar to the female hormone estrogen. Although they have antioxidant properties and offer many health benefits related to heart health, bone health, and even cancer prevention. However, some studies show that estrogen-like effects of isoflavones can affect hormonal balance, especially in women with existing hormonal issues. Another phytoestrogen in soy is genistein, which can also affect your hormone levels. Our liver is sensitive to these hormonal changes and can get damaged when it tries to metabolize these hormones. Moreover, another thing that can harm the liver is soy protein isolates, which are usually present in veggie burgers, vegan meat substitutes, and many bodybuilding supplements. The process of obtaining soy protein isolates involves heavy processing of soybeans using hexane, a chemical solvent which can also trigger liver cell inflammation. Adding to the concern, the extraction of soy protein from the beans often involves the use of aluminum, a heavy metal known for its bad effects on the liver, brain, and bones. If you are living an active lifestyle, a daily protein intake of approximately 100 grams is okay, but it's better to satisfy your protein needs from natural foods such as pasture-raised eggs, wild salmon, grass-fed lean beef, and organic meats. Before we move on, please take a moment to subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon. If you find our videos helpful, please support us by becoming a patron. Number 2. Vegetable oil. While omega-6 fatty acids are important for our health, taking too much of them can lead to chronic inflammation. This can cause liver damage over time. Many commonly used vegetable oils, such as soybean oil, corn oil, and sunflower oil, usually have high amounts of omega-6 fatty acids. When vegetable oils are heated during cooking or exposed to air and light over time, they can get oxidized, which kind of makes them thicker and dense, and produces harmful compounds known as lipid peroxides and aldehydes. These compounds can increase inflammation in your body and in your liver when it tries to process and metabolize them. Another thing in many vegetable oils is trans fats, which are artificially created and are formed through a process called hydrogenation, which turns liquid vegetable oils into solid fats. These fats are often present in partially hydrogenated or cheap and low-quality vegetable oils. Regular consumption of trans fats is closely related to many health issues, including heart disease, fatty liver disease, and inflammation. A much better and healthy alternative to bad kinds of vegetable oil is extra virgin olive oil. Well, it does contain omega-6 fatty acids, but only in small amounts. It is also rich in omega-3 fatty acids, which are good for your heart, and have anti-inflammatory properties that help to protect your liver from inflammation too. By the way, it is called extra virgin because it is prepared from natural ways rather than chemical processing. Number 3. Alcohol. Well, this one is pretty easy to guess. You may have heard about the fatty liver. Alcohol is one of the most common things that cause fatty liver. Alcohol contains ethanol, and when the liver processes and metabolizes it, it generates reactive oxygen species called free radicals, which can cause inflammation in your liver cells, causing liver damage, liver cirrhosis, alcoholic fatty liver disease, and even alcoholic hepatitis. It often shows up in the symptoms like jaundice, abdominal pain, nausea, vomiting, and even bleeding. Moreover, prolonged inflammation in the liver can also cause scarring of liver tissue, also known as liver fibrosis. The scar tissue replaces healthy liver tissue, impairing liver function. Eventually, all these things can cause serious complications in the long term, including liver failure and liver cancer. So it's best to avoid drinking too much alcohol. Women should not exceed 1 drink per day, and men should not exceed 2 drinks per day. Number 4. Fructose. Fructose is a type of sugar found naturally in fruits and honey, but it is much sweeter than glucose. In fact, the table sugar typically contains equal amounts of both fructose and glucose. So when you eat sugar in the form of table sugar, added sugar, or high fructose corn syrup, it's broken down to glucose and fructose by our body. Glucose triggers the release of insulin, which makes it easier for our cells to absorb glucose and convert it into energy. However, fructose has to be first broken down by the liver to make glucose. And unlike glucose, a portion of fructose can also be converted into triglycerides or fats in the liver. This can contribute to the development of non-alcoholic fatty liver disease, especially if sugars are consumed in excessive amounts. Lastly, fructose metabolism can increase the production of uric acid, and when there's too much uric acid in your body, it can cause gout. So try to minimize your intake of artificial or added sugars and prefer natural sugars like stevia, honey, maple syrup, agave nectar, or coconut sugar, but only in moderate amounts. Number 5. Aflatoxins. Aflatoxins are toxic compounds produced by different types of molds, particularly Aspergillus flavus and Aspergillus parasiticus. These molds can grow on crops such as peanuts, corn, and various other grains and nuts, especially in warm and humid conditions. Aflatoxins are metabolized primarily in the liver. During this process, they are activated into more toxic compounds that can cause damage to liver cells. Aflatoxins can even bind to the DNA in liver cells, causing genetic mutations. This DNA damage can further cause uncontrolled cell growth, leading to the development of liver cancer. This risk of cancer is even higher in people who have been infected with hepatitis B virus. Number 6. Fillers. Many packaged and processed foods have things like fillers, thickeners, bulking agents, and preservatives to enhance their taste and increase their shelf life. For example, maltodextrin and dextrose are artificially processed sugars. These sugars have a higher glycemic index, and sometimes even more than the GI of table sugar. Their intake can cause a rapid increase in your blood sugar levels, which can harm your liver cells, causing liver inflammation or non-alcoholic fatty liver disease. These things are often present in many things, like crackers, potato chips, cakes, cookies, pastries, many breakfast cereals, ice cream, sports drinks, and so many others. It may be hard for you to avoid each and everything that contains these compounds, but what you can do is carefully read ingredient labels on packaged foods. Look for terms like maltodextrin, dextrose, glucose, corn syrup solids, and similar terms. If any of these ingredients are listed, consider choosing an alternative product without them. Number 7. Mercury. Mercury is a toxic metal and can interfere with your body's antioxidant defense mechanisms. Antioxidants help neutralize free radicals and protect cells from oxidative damage. So when these defense systems are affected, liver cells become more vulnerable to damage. Mercury can also directly damage liver cells and disrupt liver function. And as you may know, the liver is a key organ for detoxification, as it processes and eliminates many toxins from the body. Mercury can disrupt the liver's ability to detoxify, making your body more vulnerable to toxins and harmful compounds. Mercury is often found in fish that are old and have spent a major part of their life in contaminated seawater. Some common examples are shark, swordfish, tilefish, king mackerel, and sometimes even canned varieties of tuna. Other types of seafood like lobster, crab, and scallops may also contain mercury. Salmon, trout, sardines, and anchovies are usually found in fresh water and are typically lower in mercury. Number 8. MSG. Monosodium glutamate, or MSG, is a flavor enhancer often used in fast food and packaged meals to make them extra delicious. While a little MSG isn't a big problem, the tricky part is that it often sneaks into many foods, so we end up eating more than we realize. Some common foods that include MSG are packaged potato chips, canned soups and broths, fast foods, flavored popcorn, soy sauces, and barbecue sauces. Some animal studies show that high MSG intake can increase body fat and can cause insulin resistance, which can affect liver health. Weight gain and insulin resistance are also major risk factors for non-alcoholic fatty liver disease. Moreover, MSG can also increase inflammation and oxidative stress in your body, including your liver. So, you must always choose natural and whole foods, like whole grains, fruits, vegetables, nuts, legumes, and seeds, if you want to protect your liver and your overall health. Thank you for watching and subscribing to the channel. See you in the next video.